Shall we start?
Yep, I think so.
All right, let's get started.
Welcome to my latest case, Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake.
Now, are we
start
wanting to play
playing,
junior or
choose
senior?
either junior
I don't know
or
if it
senior
makes a difference
detective.
for this one.
If you're new to
The
adventure games or need some
end
help,
puzzles,
choose
I think,
tutorial.
kind of change. So like the map puzzle in the one area. And then the spigots.
I'm
I
okay
think
with
that does
junior.
change it. Yeah, it might be better just to do junior.
Dear Ned,
it
remember Sally
simple.
McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away,
All of a sudden, my nose
another
just
part of me is
started
starting
getting
to
to me.
feel a little uneasy. I'll let you
At
know
least
what
I'm not
happens.
yawning.
Ever yours, Nancy.
No, you took a nap before the stream. All right, so we got the nice fancy house. Honestly, who wouldn't want to live here?
It would be
nice
fun to
and
live here.
peaceful and quiet.
Maybe if it had a little bit of some renovations.
a lot of renovations. The map. Now I won't get lost.
Oh no, we'll get lost.
Oh, yes. Dead tree. Get dead tree cut down. Great note just hiding there randomly on the counter. Nancy, I'm really, really sorry, but I just can't face another night here. I'm going to my aunt's in Philadelphia. Door is open. Make yourself at home. We'll call you from my car, Sally. P.S. My cell phone number is... Okay. Please, yes, please don't hate me. Well, you just kind of up and left us.
We just went to the mountains for our anniversary, and now I need to move to the country, like, right away. Sally's really awful for leaving. It's like she kind of is.
The best way. That, and for the fact that now you just... Even though you were given permission, anyone could have just walked up and walked into this house.
True.
And stole everything.
Leaves that appear on a fresh spring
Oh,
tree
don't
make
think it'd
my
be worth
birth
much,
different
though.
from the other three. When swans drift by on shimmering blue, I'm the one who plays in the summer dew. When autumn's call brings out the deer, it is I who howls on mornings clear. And when winter comes and birds take flight, look to me to sleep through the long gray night.
Yes, you are more than welcome to say spoiler. Just if anyone doesn't want to see it, then be warned. Is it like a ending villain? Sally wins Worst Friend Award. She kind of does in that aspect. You just get left there by yourself. You know, the phone's supposed to ring by now.
Just leave. Just walk around outside.
There we go. I'm like, it's supposed to ring. Why hasn't it rung yet?
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk fast because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you all right?
No, I feel awful bailing on you like that. You must think I'm such a flake.
I'm just worried about you. What's wrong?
I couldn't stand the thought of spending another night there. I knew you were on your way, but it didn't help. I just got too scared.
So since Sally left, couldn't villain just have broken in, changed the locks, or burned the house down, or damaged the insides worse so she would be even more scared? You would
could.
assume. But then that ups the charges of grand larceny, destruction, arson. We got a couple of things that could be charged if she got caught.
I was trying to think. I'm like, don't they have, like, if she were to just take over the house because Sally, in a sense, abandoned it, couldn't she just have, like,
Time period.
squatter rules?
That's based on today's era's rules, not past rules.
No, but still.
Although they tried... yeah, that is true.
true.
That is another one.
They do attempt murder.
First degree, second degree. Probably be first degree.
What's to be scared of? It's so peaceful and quiet
Famous
here.
last
Just wait
words.
till it gets dark. Then you'll see. What am I saying? Nancy, you shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
No way. You've got me so curious. I wouldn't leave even if I
At least
could.
it didn't land on
What do
her
you
car.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine? She parked right under it.
Oh, yeah.
Floor rights existed when the game came out. Oh, but they have to have been living there for longer than 3
I
months.
thought
Interrupted.
so.
Yep. And that's why I'm like, it would just depend on what the rules were at this time. So the drive from Moon Lake to Philadelphia would be like 3 hours, so would be challenging in the dark if it's late, but doable. Yeah, that would probably be an issue.
Let me put it this way. Unless someone who just happens to have a chainsaw just happens to come by, my car's not going anywhere.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing anything about it. Listen, call M's Emporium. That's a store on the lake. Emily knows everybody. She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
True, you don't know where the gold is, and
You don't
if
want to
you-
destroy where it could potentially be.
especially if it gets hot enough that it melts it, which would be real big bummer if that happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's late. Won't the store be closed?
Where's my brain? Okay, look. I just bought a little outboard motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine. It's tied up at the dock out front. Just get in it and go. Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
I can't just take off in your boat. It's pitch black outside.
Then listen to me. Go around the house and lock all the doors and windows. Do that right now.
Sally Wynn's worst friend and worst homeowner. Yeah, for the
Yeah.
fact that there's rotting floorboards that you could fall through. Good point. Haven't thought about that. How far Moon Lake is from Philadelphia. We should lock ourselves in the shed since it's the only place that.
True.
Well, it's as dry as a tinderbox, so we have that to also consider.
There aren't any locks on the doors and windows. What are you so afraid of?
The dogs. Those dogs. Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling. Teeth and claws. Horrible.
Dogs? Hello? Did you say dogs? Hello?
Thanks for the very interrupted warning.
I love how they have such happy-go-lucky music playing as
What
Red
is
Knot is just
that?
wandering outside acting like a creeper.
The moon's so bright, I won't need my flashlight.
It's so bright, but we admit to Sally saying
Something's
it's
out
pitch
there.
black out on the lake.
Now look what you've done.
Why can't Red help
That was a
protect us
Strixvaria.
rather than tell us off?
At least I think it was. Never know for sure
Agreed.
now, will I?
Strix what?
I'm
no,
sorry,
you scared
but
us.
you startled me. What are you doing out here?
Birds. I'm trying to look for birds. What are you
We
doing
could
out
sleep
here?
in his treehouse and it could become a camping trip.
True. Nancy just needs to grab a blanket and a pillow and she'll be all set.
The treehouse doesn't have walls. So she would have to be very careful about not rolling off.
I'm Nancy Drew. I'm staying in this house, and I heard a lot of weird noises, so I came out here to investigate.
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds. And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up. Where'd you come from, anyway?
I drove in today from River Heights to visit my friend Sally McDonald.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that? The Malone
Well,
house
Red.
is no place for one young woman, let alone two.
What do you know about the woman living here?
I talked to her a couple of times. But you know, the last time I saw her, she wasn't doing so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
What do you think was scaring her?
The dogs. The dogs of Mickey Malone. Legend goes that when Malone was finally arrested and hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off into the woods and were never seen again. People would just hear 'em howling like their hearts were broken every night until one by one, they all died and went silent. But every time someone tries living in the Malone house, back they come.
Is bird watching at night really a thing? Where's Emoans when you have bird questions? Yes. Maybe we might magically summon her. Last time I played this game, I was like, Red gets a bad rap. He's not horrible. Then later happens, he is that bad. Shall we summon her with a tweet? Should we? It might summon her if we tweet.
Are you saying Sally's house is haunted by ghost dogs?
Every night, ever since she moved in, you could hear 'em howling. And some nights the dogs would appear outside the house, running around, snarling and barking and throwing themselves at the doors and windows. And then they'd be gone. They're buried in the cemetery just beyond the house, you know. Them.
We can all DM.
Both.
The dogs would attack her house?
It's like they don't want anybody but Malone living there. I guess they don't know he's dead. And so are they.
Did she ever call the police?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew.
I got it.
All they got around here is one officious little park ranger. And all Jeff Akers does
We
is
need
sit
all the bird
around all
facts
day
now.
trying to figure out how he can get
All the
himself
bird
transferred
facts,
out
we
of
need them.
here to a bigger park.
Do you live close by?
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds. Got an observation platform just up the path, kind of my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down there on the lake. Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
Are those the ghost dogs?
Yes, ma'am. Which is why I think it would be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house.
One more thing. The
But
water in
I wanna
Sally's
go
well needs to be
explore.
tested.
I don't want to
How
go
do I
back
do
in the
that?
house.
Nancy
Get a sampling
is
kit
great.
from Jeff Akers. Ranger station's on the east side of the lake. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
Never heard birds at night except for owls. The owl is the only thing I would assume would be out at night.
Okay, I
you
should
could
take that
help us
earbud out
be-
because I was listening to our audio.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping to see if I could get out of the house.
Good.
See, he could have helped us there, but no.
He just ran and hid in his treehouse. Hi, Em.
I have been summoned. Hello, Em. How are you?
Hope you're having a good Saturday evening. A bird watching at night a thing. Yes, is it a thing?
Mm-hmm. Go to woods now. I can't remember who had said this a while ago, but if you go to there right after the attack, you can hear the
Better be
dogs at
careful.
the one thing. I saw text on the screen. What was that?
Well, I did hear them in the distance. As we were, like,
Yeah, I
getting
could
up
kind of
to
hear it too. You're cross stitching. Since they're nocturnal birds.
You can still hear
You
them.
can still hear them in the woods. That's so cool. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Because, like, I know I was trying and testing it out last night. And I'm kind of purposely getting lost. But I was just, like, trying to figure out...
Now
like,
you can hear some of the birds.
I see your crickets. Well, if we want to see
I
birds...
wish all of this whole game, I wish it was autumn colored.
I know. It would look
I
so
want to
pretty.
see it all in autumn.
'Cause I think that would make this game so
it
much
would
more
make
fun.
it so much better.
It's stuck. I need some sandpaper.
I've had one before that I only hear at night, but still have zero clue what it is.
Look at this.
Bless you. And
My
now
allergies are bothering me. Everything is
The
deciding
boat's
to
full of
flare up now,
water.
but oh well.
that's because you turned the fan on really high.
Oh, I know.
Okay, it won't let me look at the motor until after I bail it out. So we gotta...
Looks like paw prints.
Of course there's paw prints. There were dogs attacking the house last night.
Wait a second. Where is Red in the daytime? He's probably tracing through the woods.
If he is, why wouldn't he just...
The spark
No.
plug is missing.
That's how he finds most of his birds, besides being on his platform. He goes and looks for where their nests are with his goggles. Goggles? I'm reading the comment. Well, half the comment that M had said about having him having night vision goggles.
I wasn't sure when I heard goggles. I'm like, don't you mean binoculars? But that makes sense. Because I only have...
only a gnome could love.
Okay, we got a key. Hotchkiss's boots. I wonder how all of her stuff got here.
I kind of like how you just see things from past games in here. It's so
It's
fun.
locked.
Little Easter eggs.
Oh, the key broke off.
Oh
It's
no! We can't
There's got to
open
be
it
another
now.
way to get this open.
Just use the screwdriver and whoop, there we go. Nails. Mask. Anything else? Nope. See, this is why we have to clean our office every time we go to stream. Because this happens. Winter was... So we need an option to come back here in the winter and use snowshoes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Red bird watching at night is definitely more realistic than Lupe watching birds through a frosted over window for birds that don't even live in Canada. Yes. Because it makes no sense that you would go and look for birds in the middle of winter.
This must be Red's
And they only
observation
live there.
platform.
She has a good imagination. Maybe. Maybe she got a little too much time in the sauna, and so now she's seeing birds everywhere. Don't think I took that board that was up here. Okay, we got that one. Go and get the one over here. Also, this is a safety hazard, just leaving all your junk in the back of your house.
Tough. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Something mice are adorable when playing in the snow, but I digress.
I think it's a type of mouse.
Yeah.
No walls. I was remembering walls will definitely fall off if we sleep there. Yes. It's not the best thing. Okay, so I got all the stuff, but I need a spark plug. So we can't really do anything else. Other than we can go get lost in the forest.
Mhm.
Let's go get lost and maybe find some birds.
Couldn't you do something at the graveyard?
I could... I think I could open up the one thing and look at the tombstones, because I did not do that. We got Waldo, Matthias.
Sally needs to
Snoopy.
work on her house. Yeah, she does. Sally has some major renovations that need to be done.
Pinnif Path, Cedric Comozo Cranky. Oh, my pearl. Goodness. Some of the things that stick on this. Stench. Oh, okay.
That's what that bird is. Thank you, Em.
Okay, last time my sister played this, she completely soft-locked herself because she didn't save before getting trapped in the shed and never
They
trimmed
are.
the pump. So by the time she... by the time she grabbed the water, the forest was aflame. She had to start mostly over and was mad.
Oh.
Ooh. That I would have been so upset on.
I can't remember. When we were younger, did we save, like, constantly?
Yes, I believe we did.
These look like dog tracks.
Because we were used to a lot of the older games having those issues.
You had to save, or else you could get so stuck you couldn't do anything about it. You had to religiously save, like, every 10, 15 minutes. Whenever you went to attempt to do something, because you knew if you didn't, you were going to regret it another half hour later.
Oh, there's one bird.
That is such a cute bird, M.
What game was it that we learned that in? I know we didn't play that until until recently, but just from experience, we had played, I think it was Zork. Return to Zork.
I'd say Zork
At least
wasn't that bad,
recently.
because you and I already knew that would happen.
Recently. Not the Inquisitor one. The Return to Zork.
Oh.
Because...
Yeah, we never played that one until, like, a couple years ago.
So, if you didn't save in that game, you were out of luck. There was no second chance, nothing. You did one mistake that was wrong.
It cost you the whole game.
Yep.
Will you be leading guided tours on the trip? I don't know about that, but I will definitely help with the bird watching and getting pics. Yes.
Yes. That is going to be so much fun. I'm excited for that trip. Because we were about, I think... Oh, there was another bird.
How far away were we when we were in Hershey?
An hour. It was like an hour and maybe an hour and a half. And I just got myself lost.
You'll find your way out eventually. It's fine.
It's fine. There we go. But yeah, when we were driving, I went, how close are we to Moon Lake? And we're like, oh, it's only an hour away. Would have been fun to stop by, but we were on a time schedule.
Okay, going into
Lurk
lurk mode
mode
for a bit. Playing Repo with the husband and some family. Ooh.
Ooh.
I would love
That-
to play multiplayer games like that with friends.
That would be so much fun. We had talked about getting Repo for just the two of us to play, but we hadn't done it yet. It would be so much fun to do that, though.
There's a lot of multiplayer games where we've wanted to play them on stream, but I don't know if we'd have to use our new computers for that, or if we could get away with using
We might
the
have to
Macs.
use...
The new computers may have to be soon pulled out because of Windows 10 being canned soon.
Yeah. He just stares at us as I'm with the mouse over. He's like, what do you want? I don't want to do anything with
it's
you.
Miss Nancy Drew.
Does that mean you'd like me to call you Mr. Red Knot?
All right, then. Hello, Nancy. Now put a muffler on it, would ya? I just heard a
No.
cerulean warbler.
Really? Are they rare, or did you say last night that you have an outboarding motorboat? No, we're going
Really?
to see if they're
Are
rare.
they rare?
Something tells me they're gonna be with you around. You didn't come up here to chit-chat, did you?
A repo stream is my current sub goal, so if y'all want to be on that, let me know. Yes.
I will buy the game and do
Yes.
that.
I know that Steam sale is probably coming up, so we'll get it so that we
I'm
have
looking
it
it
on.
up now because I'm a stickler.
Do you know much about outboard motors?
It's $9, so I
Sure do.
could care
That's not
less.
bad.
Only
That's not
type of
bad.
motorized vehicle that's allowed on Moon
It's about
Lake.
how much we pay for like
Heck,
a
if it
meal
were up to me,
lunch
I'd
that we
ban them
split,
too.
so it's not
Have everybody get
Um,
around by canoe.
Open in the wrong tabs.
Nothing like the threat of physical activity to keep tourists away.
Why don't you like tourists?
I came to see birds, not people. The more people there are in a forest, the fewer birds there are. It's a fact of life. Reason I like to come here is because nobody else does. It's perfect. Not a decent grocery store, restaurant, or motel for miles.
Yeah, but that makes it inconvenient. But if you're planning on driving all the way back,
Mhm.
then I guess it's not that big of a deal.
There's
Awesome,
no
I'll
place
keep y'all
nearby
posted
that
and
sells
when
boat
and
parts?
eventually. Yes,
Sally's
nice.
outboard
Please
is
do.
missing a spark
I would
plug.
definitely have
I
fun
might be
doing
able to
that.
help you out. After all, I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
Cerulean warbler equals accurate.
You mean you have a spark plug I could buy?
Well, just so happens
Nancy
I've
actually
got
has money?
2 spark
I wanna
plugs
know
right
that.
here in my pocket.
I want to know how.
Question is, if I give you one, what do I get for it? I don't need cash, but maybe you could take a few pictures for me. Know how to use a digital camera?
do we know how to use a digital camera? Red,
Of course.
you forget the generation that you're speaking to.
My brother was going to keep an eye out for the next time Nancy Drew games are on sale, so on Steam to buy more for my nieces. They have like 5 or so. Ooh, that's
fun.
exciting. I think the autumn sale starts possibly in mid-October. I think it's
I'm looking
around,
it up.
It's like mid-October or something like that.
1 week ago. Steam autumn sale starts in 17 days.
Perfect.
But when's the date?
Well, they have that one website that's that counter.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Sure.
look.
What would you like me to take pictures of?
8 days,
Birds, of
15
course.
hours,
There's
6
a
minutes,
couple of
21
birds I'm supposed to take
counting 20
pictures of
seconds.
for PepSob.
Okay,
So,
so the next
next
sale's
week.
in like
For the
8 days.
preservation and
On the
Nice.
29th.
of birds. You can
What
recognize
is a
them by their
camera?
songs, which are
I
on
don't
this
know.
tape, which you can
His
play on my
definition of
cassette
camera
player,
could be
which
different
you're
than
gonna have
ours.
to get
Is
from
it
M's
film?
Emporium as soon
Is
as you
it
get your boat
digital?
fixed. Think you can handle that?
The not anything around for miles is accurate, haha. I had originally planned for Ghost Dogs to be the very first trip in 24, but it's taking more time to plan since it's a bit out there. I have a reasonable outline now, but Arizona was a lot easier for the first trip.
Yeah, I bet.
I was even looking because I was trying to figure out, like, if we were to fly in, how would we drive there and things like that, just for all the trips in general. And when I was looking at Moon Lake, I'm like, okay, so we would have to drive up from, like, Philadelphia, and then we would have to do all of those other twists and turns and all that. And, like, even though the roads looked a lot nicer there.
Yeah,
we
I
were
will
driving
admit,
through.
when we were driving through there, the roads were a lot nicer than New Jersey. They didn't
Sounds
make me
good.
want to
Here's
cry.
everything you'll need.
But we didn't have to drive, thankfully, for that part.
M's
the trip.
Emporium is up lake on the west side. Not that I'm trying to get you
I'm
out
a-
of my
I'm
hair
a
or anything. But
big
try not to
planner
come
in
pestering me
advance,
till you're
and
done,
like
okay?
I'm
One more
looking at
thing.
I think the
You
only thing
smoke?
I didn't really have to worry about too much was Washington. Even though we've not been to that area for that part of Washington, I'm like, oh, the roads will be easy there. It's because we didn't drive on the freeway while we were living there, but we drove on.
we
on enough.
drove, but not physically drove because we were too young to have driver's licenses there.
That-
and they wanted to charge you for it, and we
You
just
had to
got it
ta-
when we got here.
You had to take the driving. You had to go and take lessons before you could get your license there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was. We drove mostly
Only
Oh,
when
just
I'm
on side
fire.
roads in
Oh,
parking
you're a
lots.
spunky one, aren't you? Well, these woods may not look it, but they're tinder dry. One lit match, and the best bird habitat on the East Coast will go up in smoke. So watch what you do. Because if anything like that happens, I won't be looking for birds anymore. I'll be looking for you. Watch yourself.
And we
out
will
there.
keep an eye out for you to make sure we can avoid you. But now we have a spark plug. So now we can go and explore.
I used to have family in rural PA. I think some of them are still there anyways. When Arglefump was like, dog isn't really themed around where it's set, I was like, no, that's 100% accurate. Rural PA is woodsy and gorgeous, and that's about it.
Yeah, it was really pretty
It
driving
was.
through there. It was just like so nice, and we took a couple of side roads after getting off the highway because I can't remember what the road was that we were on, but it was just a nice drive. Spark plug. All right, now we just need to set the.
Do you
boat.
remember how to do that?
It's extremely accurate to the location it is set in. Can guarantee that.
Yep. I agree. When we were driving around there for just to get to the hotel before we flew out the next day, it was already starting to change in color and you could kind of see it slightly. And it was like, this is what autumn looks like, and we haven't seen that in years because right now it's 104
Desert.
outside, probably.
It's a desert.
It is hot, miserable, and you lose your mind slightly when it's still this warm.
I'm trying to remember, is up positive and the bottom's negative?
Maybe. I just know O is in the center. Just save.
Yeah, we're just gonna save because I'm have a feeling I'm gonna blow myself up at least once. If I get it on the first try, I'll be happy. Well, you ready? You ready?
Good luck.
everyone?
Well, at least you didn't blow up.
That's a positive. I don't remember how to set this
Something
up.
I wonder
must
why
be
he felt
very
that way.
wrong
Maybe
with this
because it didn't
engine.
have a lot of Easter eggs for nearby areas. But it pretty much covers the whole thing. Plus, the ranger station is extremely accurate with info.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun to go there. I don't remember how to solve this.
I have no idea if anybody can hear my typing because I got a new keyboard. But I have a bad luck with keyboards, everyone. I've ruined like several and it's terrible reason. Let's see. Top left spark plug all the way up. Top right spark plug, middle, bottom left,
Oh,
down,
it wasn't-
and then
The one.
bottom right spark plug all the way up.
Okay, so that was the middle setting. I had that wrong. But this one is at the top. Down all the way was correct.
And then all the way up.
All the way up. Okay. Now we shouldn't blow up.
He was talking about it in a context of Car being the theme park and being super well themed, DDI being very Pacific Northwest. So he felt Dog wasn't as good representation.
It's in his 2022 car play.
when he was doing the mega marathons. That makes sense.
I remember watching those. I don't remember very much about them, but I remember.
I remember
watching
we'd
those.
lurk in those chats more than actually chat with people. Because we were always doing stuff. Hey, J
Hey,
Cat,
Cat.
how are you?
Welcome.
Hope you're having a great Saturday.
And your favorite, the window.
Window. I need to do
Hey
another
there.
window.
Welcome to M's Emporium. I'm Emily Griffin.
Wait, the yellow's in this. In it's the same. I can't say.
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm
Oh, I
staying
have
out
to
at
change
the, old
the
Malone
color
place. You know, the
for
house Sally
the-
McDonald
for the
bought?
back-
Now,
Background.
what's she doing inviting
And it needs
guests
to be
out
blue.
to that old dump?
She's got a little problem she's hoping I can solve. But right now, I need a chainsaw.
A chainsaw?
Well, it might not seem as immersive from the outside. I can agree with that, but it definitely is accurate sound effects, etc. I think DDI is the best of immersive feeling. I will
It
agree with
is.
A
that.
tree fell down in the driveway
After living
behind
in
my
Washington
car, and now
for
I'm
the amount of
blocked
time we
in.
did,
I'll get
it
Tucker
definitely
Davis
felt
to take care of it.
immersed
Gotta
in
warn
the
you,
setting.
though.
Well, and
Tucker
also Her
tends to do
Interactive was
things
in
his
Washington
own sweet
So
during
they
that
had
time, so
free
they
access
knew
to
what it
everything.
was.
Yeah.
She couldn't stand the thought of spending another night in that house.
I told her, I said, Sally, that old house is gonna be nothing but trouble. And sure enough, Malone's
I'm good. Ate a
hounds
bit
have
too
come
much
back.
dinner, so I may or
Just
may
when
not
we
go
all
to a
thought they
food
were
coma
finally
soon.
gonna
Oh no!
rest
Oh,
in
no.
peace.
Well, sometimes a coma is good, especially if it was really good food.
Yep.
Have you ever seen the dogs?
Nope. Don't want to, neither. Just hearing 'em howl's bad enough. Scares the bejeebies out of me.
When was the last time they appeared?
Seems like they show up every time somebody buys the place. So the last time would have been 10, 15 years ago.
How
So
long
the
have you
house
been
has sat
there, Ed?
empty for 10 to 15 years. Sounds a little
Mashed
like a ghost
potatoes,
story.
chicken tenders, and a few pieces of roast beef. Ooh, yum.
Ooh, that sounds good.
One of the better dining hall dinners.
I caught a strange man prowling around
All right,
last
gotta
night.
go now.
He
It's
called
10. See you
himself
guys
Red
tomorrow.
Knight.
All right,
All right,
Hannah,
see
we'll
you
see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Can't wait to join
Comes
the
in
stream.
every so often to stock
good
up
night.
on that weirdo food he eats. You know how them tree hugger types are.
It seemed to me that he was more into watching birds than hugging trees.
Yeah, well, whatever.
But if
One
if
thing's for
anyone
sure,
hasn't
he's
seen
gonna
it,
wind up
then
with a dose of
make sure you
buckshot in his
join
hind end
Hannah
if
on
he
her
keeps
Twitch
tramping
channel
through
tomorrow.
people's
She's
yards
holding
making
a
noises
Treasure
like
in the
he just
World
popped out
Tower
of a UFO.
quiz on her channel. So
For
it's going to
her
be
5th
fun.
anniversary for her, was it the Instagram, correct?
Mr.
Yes,
Knott did
for
me a
Instagram
favor.
page.
For
and in
Instagram
return, he asked me to
anniversary.
pick up a cassette player from you.
It's going to be
Oh,
a fun
yeah.
quiz. I haven't
I
seen
got
it.
it right
Haven't,
here.
I don't
Thought
know
maybe
anything
old
in the
Cooter
questions,
forgot
but
he left it
I
here.
know I'm going to enjoy it because I love that game so much.
I love the game so much, and I'm afraid I'm gonna get to a
What else
question and
can I
go,
do you
oh
for?"
no.
She's gonna
These
ask us how many
so-called
windows
ghost
are
dogs
in
have
there.
Very real paw prints.
I could imagine
Some of
it.
That's
them near
all
the
of the
cemetery
questions
that's by
from
the Malone-
Hotchkiss.
Have you
Oh,
ever
I hope
been
I
there?
didn't peak my mic too
Can't
much. It
say
just
as I have.
shot
Poking
up.
around cemeteries ain't exactly a hobby with me.
Does the name Waldo Matthias mean anything to you?
Can't say as it does.
Where do you find your... achoo!
Bless
Mute the
you.
door off.
It's all the dust. Sometimes I think it grows on this stuff.
Some of those old
Nancy
walls
is
are
me right now, though.
beautiful. Where'd you get them?
It is horrible
Found
right
'em.
now.
See,
Are you trying
back
not
in
to
the days
sneeze?
of prohibition,
No, my
that old
sinuses are
Malone place used
being
to
a
be party
pain.
central. Only way
Because
to
you turned
get
the fan
to
on,
and
you
from back
blew up
then
all
was
that
by
dust
boat.
that's on our
And when
shelves.
those boats
Yeah.
dumped, on account of bad weather or bad
So many
driving or the
streams happening
feds
tomorrow.
suddenly
There's
showing
Hannah's
up,
stream,
well,
Lynn's cookie
everything
review
from
stream. I
diamond
wanted to do a
necklaces
little
to
stream
full bottles
myself.
of illegal
Oh my
booze
goodness, there's
sank
so
to
many
the bottom of
streams.
the lake.
Oh, wow.
Because I know that we had talked about it probably won't be tomorrow.
Hi,
But
Maggie.
we had talked about wanting to try to figure out if we could do one more day where we stream. Like Saturday will be like Nancy Drew streams, and then maybe if after work, if we're
What time
both
is Hannah's
remote,
quiz tomorrow? It's gonna be
3:30 p.m. EST time.
yeah, that'll be about 12:30 for us.
So Pacific time.
Pacific is 12:30, Eastern is 3:30.
So it's finders keepers, huh?
That's right. See, recovering objects from the lake bed is illegal. According to Squeaky Wheel Acres, dragging the lake for artifacts was upsetting its delicate
Squeaky Wheel
eco-balance.
Acres. Of course,
So
he's
thanks
the one
mostly
that
to
says
his
this.
constant squawking, the state banned it.
Squeaky Wheel Acres?
Jeff Akers, local park ranger. I keep telling him all this stuff washed up on shore. But does that snobby little stickler for rules believe me?
Yeah, I set an alarm for myself so I don't miss the quiz. Yes, we need to as well. Because we want to make
Mhm.
sure we're there from the
Sounds
beginning
like
to
you aren't
end.
real fond of Ranger Acres.
Jeff Akers could
That,
take
and
all
we
his
also
precious rules and regulations
are
and
modding
take a
as well
flying
for
leap.
it, which is going to be
Now, I
fun.
got nothing against getting more customers in here, mind you. But I kind of like Moon Lake the way it is. Small, quiet, out of the way. But Jeff Akers, why, there's nothing he'd like better than to see all the lake and all the property around it turned into one big, noisy, jam-packed state park.
That's a lot of people.
Why would he want
Just keep
that?
it small
He's
and
the
quiet.
type of guy who likes to boss people around, makes them feel important. So if the park got way bigger and was crawling with tourists, why, instead of giving out maybe one ticket for littering every 2 days, he'd be giving out 12 tickets every 2 hours. He'd be in heaven. Well, hey, I'm sure you got better things to do than getting your ear chewed off by
I bet he
yours
has
truly.
a quota that he has to fill.
Imagine you need to give out how many tickets at every so many, like a quarter or like
I
every
need
month.
to buy something.
You want it? I got it. Long as you pay cash, that is.
That's just it. I'm running
There's
kinda
the
low
low
on
on money
cash.
comment.
Would it be possible to start a line of credit?
My daddy always said, neither a borrower nor a lender be. But I'll tell you what, seeing as how you're a friend of Sally's, and seeing as how I got some things around here that
It's a
could use
Nancy
doing,
puzzle in itself to figure
I
out when to
guess we
watch
could
all
work
the Nancy
something
Friends
out.
stream.
Oh, yeah.
What
It
is
is.
it you need?
Do you sell
need
sandpaper by any
too,
chance?
so
I
can we
do,
get a deal?
But Mr. Birdbrain was in last week and cleaned me out. Said he was tired of that
I wonder how
observation
many,
platform of his giving him splinters in
Related
his hinter
insults she can
regions.
create. Yeah, bird brain. What was the other one that she said?
Squeaky Wheel Acres, more of a mouse insult.
So animal insults.
Think I could get some from him?
He's your only hope. But you better ask him for it quick. That deck of his is pretty big, and those squares I sold him are pretty small.
Guess I'll see you later.
I guess you will.
All right, so we have this. We'll put the bird calls in. Oh, I guess I'm stuck listening to this.
American goldfinch.
Oh, yeah. At least it's not long.
Northern cardinal.
Sir, get a sanding
Red-tailed
machine.
hawk.
Why are you using tiny squares? I know, just get a really big machine and just
Get a
do the
physical
entire thing.
Western tanager.
Get something that's electric, doesn't need a plug or anything.
It's
Just
probably because it
sand
makes noise.
Probably. That
Nancy,
freaking Western tanager. Careful, we're actually
getting a little loud.
sorry.
We might have to fix that if it keeps doing that. I love these plates. They're so cute.
Did that say Emily's Moon Lake Antiques?
I see Emily's Moon Lake Antiques. Yes.
Okay. I was just looking at it because I was like, wait, there's moons on it. I've never noticed that before.
I don't think I've ever paid attention to that
I've never
either.
paid attention to it either, but I'm like, oh, let me just look to see what stickers could be made for. And I went, oh, what's that?
Causing vigorous sanding of wood by hand doesn't. From experience, either option is silent.
Mhm.
No, it's not. But his logic of whatever his logic is. I would honestly think a machine would hit better, but then that's the faster option.
Mm-hmm. Or just buy a better seat.
That too.
Hello, can I help you?
I'm Nancy Drew. I'm visiting the woman who bought the old Malone place, Sally McDonald. Do you know her?
Sally McDonald? Yes, I've had occasion to write her up once or twice.
Okay, we just introduce ourselves as saying, hi, we're staying with her. Oh, I just gave her 2 tickets.
Wow,
That-
Ranger Anchors, great way to introduce yourself.
You find her for
you
something.
find her for something?
She littered. Food items, as I recall. An apple core, crust of bread, something like that. She tried to argue that the animals would eat them, but litter is litter. And besides, feeding the wildlife is also illegal.
You have a stick
Sounds
somewhere
like you
that
take your job
you're
very
just
seriously.
insane.
Being a park ranger can be a thankless job, Ms. Drew. But I know that every time I enforce a rule, I'm helping to preserve some plant or animal, however minute, for future generations of park goers.
He does realize that a piece of bread is more likely to decompose and be fine.
Get it done quick, seal it with some kind of non-toxic something that doesn't splinter, call it good. He's overthinking it. Yeah.
Yes.
What do you know about the pack of dogs that's been terrorizing Sally? They've scared her so bad that she's gone to her aunt's in Philadelphia.
Don't tell me she believes all that ghost dog stuff.
I saw them myself.
Whatever's out there, I'm sure they're no more and no less than exactly what they look and sound like. Dogs. Living, breathing, very noisy dogs.
Then why
Why do you
haven't you
think
found
dogs
them,
would
That's what
sir?
I was about ready to
Dogs.
say. Why
Dogs can be
haven't you
trained to
had
do
someone
almost anything.
try to collect them?
Any idea what would make a dog's eyes glow yellow?
Something in their diet,
Ranger
maybe?
Acres, just
Some
stop.
oddball vitamin or
Stop,
protein.
please. You're too nice to be this uptight.
Yes.
As a park ranger, don't you want to know for sure what's behind these dog attacks?
Do you always ask this many questions?
As a matter of fact, I do.
As a matter of fact, I do.
I'm a very busy man, Ms. Drew, but I am here to serve the public.
Which is exactly why you need to listen to us. Because if you're supposed to serve the public, you have to sit here and listen to us no matter what.
Do you have something I could use to test the well water at Sally's?
Sure do. Simple to use, too. Just pump some water into this vial, return the sample to me, I'll send it off, and in a day or two, you'll find out whether or not your water's fit to drink.
Confession time, I used to really like Acres when I was a kid, and then as I got older,
I
I don't
didn't like
really
it nearly as
you know.
much. I can completely understand that.
We're like, he's doing his job. Well, as you get older, you realize there's one thing of doing your job, and then there's another of being a pain while doing your job.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight, it was only biased because he has a dog.
Do
True.
wells go bad very often?
Depends on when they were dug. The older they are, the more susceptible to contamination they are.
This place isn't exactly your ordinary ranger station, is it?
It's also the Moon Lake Post Office, and it's the unofficial Moon Lake Museum of Factual and Natural History. I've lived here all my life, so I can't help but feel obligated to protect not only the area's flora and fauna, but also its past.
Which is apparently rather
It's
colorful.
very
As a member of
colorful.
the law enforcement community, I prefer to dwell on the positive aspects of history instead of on the activities of a bunch of glorified thugs.
You're a glorified park ranger, Ranger Acres. You're not law enforcement.
Yeah, You can see how much he's put himself on that pedestal. He can't make an arrest.
Someone needs to knock it down a few pegs.
As an officer of the law, can you think of anyone who might want to scare Sally off her property?
The woman who owns the shop across the lake? Emily Griffin? I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure she's been dragging the lake in front of Malone's house for artifacts, which is illegal. It would be a lot easier for her to do her dirty work if nobody was living there.
He just automatically assumes she's the one that's causing this.
It's because as an adult, you've actually had to deal with mid-level government employees. And while there are good ones, there are also a lot of Ranger Acres out there.
Or where you're the one who has to sit there and listen to people or read the comments of them, and you realize how little patience you also have for dealing with it.
I deal with that on a regular basis at work.
We both do.
You don't have to talk to them physically.
When I do, I have
Do
to.
you think it would be best if Malone's house was just torn down and forgotten?
Not necessarily. It's hard to ignore its potential as a tourist attraction. And if that's what it takes to draw more people to Moon Lake, I'm a reasonable man.
Yes.
What do
it's
you know about
100%
the
true.
cemetery
Yep.
behind the Malone house?
People are buried there. Beyond that, what's to know?
Well, I feel like I had to deal with someone like that on... It was more or less than a government employee, but a disgruntled customer still. On Friday, I had to deal with someone like that, but...
Wait, yeah.
In a
That
sense,
wasn't
it doesn't matter where they are on the tier level. Everybody.
When you have higher ups that are mad, you got the lower people mad, you got the people in the middle range area mad. It's just not fun to be
Is
on the other
Malone
end.
buried there?
No.
That's the rumor.
The inscription on one of the tombstones reads Waldo Matthias. Does that name ring any bells?
Not in my steeple.
Would you mind mailing this letter for me?
Yes, we want you
Not
to
at
mail
all.
this.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Please do. And if you have any questions, any more questions, just ask.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. The deer mouse population has boomed this year, so please take precautions if you're cleaning out any area where they may have nested. They can carry some nasty diseases.
Thanks for the tip, Ranger Acres.
And now we can explore. Honestly, even there's like a lot of reading in here. I'm
Mhm.
probably not going to read all of it because, like, it's great information. I just don't want to read it all.
True.
I probably shouldn't mess around with this without Ranger Acres' permission.
But I
But
want to
why?
know. All the fun facts. We'll just look at the history. Famous residents. And we got... Was it Iggy that was on the boat? I'm trying to remember who was on the boat.
I think so.
Celebrities from the East Coast spent time out here, including Florenza Ziegfeld, famous producer of the Broadway musical.
Touch it anyways, Nancy.
Yes. And supposedly there's rumored recipe in there that I want to get my hands on.
Do you ever get to see that, or
No,
is it just
no.
reference?
It's like joked about, I think.
Aw, that's sad.
It would be good though. Poison ivy. You don't want to get poison ivy. You can prevent the misery of poison ivy by looking out for the plant when you are outdoors. You can destroy these weeds with herbicides. Yeah, I would not want that. Lyme disease. Forest fire. Perfect. Just a paper reminder. Did I even look at these when I did? Who did the walkthrough for this? Was it me or you?
I have it up.
No, which one of us recorded it?
Shoot.
Literally pulled up poison ivy today. Oh no. That's not good.
No. Ziegfeld was not a nice person, but we have Broadway thanks to him.
Sometimes
Didn't you talk to Ranger Acres?
I just did.
I meant, was there anything else?
Oh, I don't think so.
Because I thought once you looked around, you could ask him about looking the
You're
files.
back.
No,
Thanks
I have
for
to
all
do
your
that
help.
after.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.
For a task. Yeah, ugh, I don't. It's not. That doesn't sound like fun.
No,
Hopefully
it doesn't.
it wasn't poison ivy. Now we can go get the water tested. We are not going to be unprepared for this.
I've had a friend who's immune to poison ivy. I've seen him literally fall practically face first into a patch and get 0 reaction.
That
Oh wow, that's
they
pretty
are
lucky.
very lucky.
It was, but it was a small plant, had gloves, also had homemade jewel weed salve just in case. Oh, that's good.
Good. Okay, so we got the water. We can test it now. And we'll have to talk to Red about getting the sandpaper. Let's make some phone calls. Sally, your phone died. We need to figure out more of what's going on. 3, 8, 9.
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, did you see them? Did you see the dogs?
Yes, I did, and I can understand why
And you
you
just left us
They
here
were
to
pretty
fend for
frightening.
ourselves.
But if it's
How
okay
dare
with
you, Nancy?
I'd really
Or
like
not
to
Nancy.
stay and
How
get
dare
to
you,
the
Sally?
bottom
You
of whatever's
abandoned
going
Nancy.
on. That's why you asked me here in the first place, right?
Yes, but Nancy, are you sure?
Positive. Consider Detective Drew officially on the case.
I wish I were even half the trooper you are, Nancy. I have such high hopes for that house. All the beauty there, the wildlife, all the pictures I was going to take. It would break my heart to have to give it up.
I need you to tell me everything you can about those dogs.
They're black and they have yellow glowing eyes and they don't like me one bit.
When's the first time you saw them?
Well, let's see. I heard them the very first night I was here. I heard them almost every night, howling in the distance, but I didn't actually see them until I'd been here about a week. After that, they started appearing pretty much every other night.
When they appeared, did they always do the same thing?
Yes, come to think of it. They always came running up to the house, barking and snarling. They'd lunge at the windows, they'd jump up on the door, they'd run around and bark some more, then they'd run off. What are you getting at?
These attacks seem to involve a lot of choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake.
Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off-season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked to a total of 3 people the whole 4 weeks I was at Moon Lake.
Meanwhile, my professor came to class the other day with the reddest, grossest, messed up knee because she got a little bit of poison ivy in the field through her pants.
Ooh.
Oh, that wouldn't be fun. That would be horrible. Ugh.
What about River Heights? Can you think of anyone there who'd want you to sell your house
That's
at Moon
definitely
Lake and move
time
back to
for
River Heights?
medicine and
You mean like an angry
Lots of-
ex-boyfriend or
lots of
something?
meds and praying that it goes
I
away.
sure can't.
Who are the 3 people you've met so far at Moon Lake?
Let's see. The park ranger. I forget his name. Kind of a pain in the neck. Emily Griffin. She's the one who owns that store I told you about. And I ran into this bird watcher a couple of times. Had a funny name.
Red Knott. I've run into him too.
Other than people I may have nodded hello to while getting gas or something, I swear those are the only people I've talked to at Moon Lake.
Since I'm going to be staying here a while, is there anything I should know about the place?
Well, let's see. I've got the water turned off because it's well water and it needs to be tested before I can use it for anything. In fact, if you could get that testing done for me, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, and watch where you walk in the living room. Some of the floorboards are so rotten you could fall right through. And I keep hearing these faint squeaks and rustling type noises coming from below the floor. I hope you're not scared of mice.
Not scared of mice, just more of don't like them in the house.
Yeah.
That Emily Griffin is quite a character. How well do you know her?
I feel like I've known her all my life. She's so open and friendly. She likes to make it sound as if Moon Lake used to be a major hangout for criminals and degenerates, which isn't really true and irks some people around here no end. But I figure she's just trying to make a buck.
Let's try to sell a story.
It's wild how differently people react to some stuff. People have no reaction, others get the worst reaction from a tiny touch. Yep.
I would be so afraid of getting it. Because, like,
It's like when we went to New Jersey and how if we were to walk out into the Arizona sun, we'd have no reaction, nothing would burn us, but as soon as we went there for the trip, we got burned within an hour.
being out in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. Backroom ad breaks? Okay, good. Because I'm like, I don't want to move forward
Tell
too
me
much.
about the run-ins you've had with Jeff Akers. You know, the park ranger?
I left part of a ham sandwich on a picnic table once. Big mistake. From the way he carried on, you'd think I just made the FBI's 10 most wanted list. I don't think he likes me.
I don't think he likes anyone.
Where'd all that stuff in your tool shed come from?
It's just junk left behind by previous owners. Came with the house. I've been meaning to take inventory and start pitching stuff, but I didn't. If they ever make procrastination a crime, I'm done for.
The wall hanging in the living room with a poem on it, and those dog carvings in that cabinet above the sofa. What can you tell me about them?
Aren't they cool? They came with the place. So did the clock. Apparently, Malone had them custom made when he built the house. In fact, they're all built into the house. They're still there because you can't move them.
Has the clock ever worked?
Not for me. Oh, but get this. One day, I was messing with the hands. You know, trying to get them to work. And all of a sudden, one of the 4 little doors flew open. And instead of a cuckoo, this dog popped out and barked 3 times. It's a doggy clock.
Wouldn't that be so
Malone,
cute, just to have a
bad
little
as
dog
he
clock?
was, he sure loved those dogs.
Are you aware that you're the proud owner of your very own cemetery?
Yes. When the realtor told me
The
there was a
deadpan.
cemetery on the property, I went, ugh. But when I saw how far from the house it was and how small it was, I decided I could live with it, as it were.
So you didn't go out there much?
Procrastination
No.
is a serious problem.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
wait.
why it takes us forever to stream. Because we
Talk to you later.
procrastinate
Keep
and
me
get
posted.
busy.
Bess, let's call Bess.
We need to get the Hardy Boys number.
Speaking of doggy clock,
Nancy, how's it
or
going?
speaking of
Bess.
doggy things,
How'd you
look
know it was
closely
me?
at the chandelier over the
Of course,
table if you
just
haven't
another of my
before.
many talents. You are
I don't think I've
so
ever
full
paid
of it.
attention to
She
that.
got caller ID, Nancy. So now
Would you
instead
rather
of hanging
have
up on
the
geeks
dog
always
clock
tell
from
her,
this game
she
or the
just doesn't answer
snack
the phone.
clock
Very
from
funny.
Cat?
So what's up?
Well, if it was unlimitedly filled with food, then
No,
that one.
no, the cat clock. Oh, the snack clock.
The one,
I
the one
forgot
where
that-
you go and choose the option where it has
I-
the cake, the pretzel,
I
the little
forgot that
apple
that was
tart.
considered a clock.
I could sure use a nice big hint right about now.
Snack
Go
clock,
outside
if
and
it
find
had
white birds for Red.
magic
When you hear
ability
one,
to
follow
refill
its
its
song
food
until you
without
can
having
see it,
to
then
do
take a
anything.
picture.
Imagine just getting
Believe it or not,
tons
on
of Black
some
Forest
nights,
cake.
this
That
house
would
gets
be
attacked
I would
by a
literally
pack of
just get
dogs.
that.
Sally
I would
was
just
so
get
scared of
100%
them,
the
she
snack
left me
clock.
here by myself.
Or the pretzel.
Did you say
Pretzel would be good.
dogs? She couldn't have, George. Dogs don't attack houses.
They were
Speaking of
definitely
doggy
dogs.
things with-
They came
okay,
out
you
of
already read that.
nowhere and started leaping at the windows and scratching at the doors like they wanted to get in.
Maybe that was just their way of being friendly.
These dogs were not friendly, believe me, and they had glowing yellow eyes. A birdwatcher I ran into said they were ghosts.
Ghosts?
The man who built Sally's place on Moon Lake was a gangster. The birdwatcher said that the ghosts of his dogs show up every time someone new tries to live here.
The place is haunted by ghost dogs? Like there's such a thing as ghosts. But it does sound like you've got another mystery on your hands, Detective Drew.
There's a private cemetery in the woods out back. Malone and his dogs are supposedly buried there.
Creepy.
Who wouldn't want to have a cemetery, like, within walking distance of your house? Oh, wait,
We did.
at one point. We didn't own it. It was just nearby.
And there were paw
It was
prints in
like-
the cemetery.
down the
Fresh
road by
paw
like
Are you
not
sure
even
you're going
5
to be all
minutes.
right there by yourself?
By
We
walking.
volunteered
We'd
to
ride
go
our
out there
bikes
and
around
keep
there
you
too when we were
company,
younger.
But unfortunately,
Yeah,
my cousin
that's
is
a
shy,
creepy
and you know
fact.
what a scaredy cat George is.
That's okay. There's really no room, and believe me, living
think it was
conditions
a
here
Pioneer-
are pretty primitive.
Yeah, it was
Cemetery?
It was a
Scaredy cat,
pioneer
huh?
cemetery,
You're gonna pay
and
for
all the
that
little
remark, dear
pathways.
cousin.
Like there was a specific section. I think it was more of where the children were buried that had passed away, and like some of the road areas from the trees that were around it
They
had cracked the road, and we would always like to go down this one little path and ride our bikes because it would make our bikes bounce.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a fun little fact. It's like thinking about it as we're older. It's a lot of people look at us like it's really weird and creepy, but it was
normal.
normal for us.
And then as soon as you'd get to like the far end of the cemetery that was like in the back left, there was horse stables over there, and they had horses that'd come over and say, who's hanging out over here? I want to get attention.
Yeah, and because like it was like half of it was a cemetery, half of it was just empty land, like it wasn't used. And so we would just go right over there. We'd go see the horses that were there in the person's property. So it was fun doing that.
Moon Lake is gorgeous.
That
but
was
it's
when
so
we were like
remote.
really
The
little.
park
though.
ranger
Yeah,
is
we
the
were, like,
closest thing they have to a sheriff around
4 or
here.
5.
Park ranger? What's he like?
Which, as we all know, is Bess's way of saying, Park Ranger? Is he cute?
Not true, George. Nancy thinks everybody's cute, so what would be the point? Anyway, Nancy, you were saying?
His name's Jeff Akers. He's very helpful, polite, efficient, knowledgeable.
Sounds boring.
In fact, he probably knows more about the area than all
He's
the
a
other
bore.
residents of Moon Lake combined.
Boring.
Sounds very boring.
What's he know about these alleged ghost dogs?
He thinks they're just plain old dogs that for some reason like to run around at night scaring people.
And what does Detective Drew think about the dogs?
I think Sally had good reason to be scared of them. I don't blame her for leaving, which leads me to think that maybe that was the whole idea.
Somebody had those dogs attack Sally in
Nancy
order
thinks
to scare
everyone
her
is
away?
Why would anybody
cute.
do
So what
that?
would be the
She was
point?
here for less than a month.
You'd have to be a total creep to make
Here's a
that
fun
that
question.
fast.
What's your
And
local
Sally's one of the
haunted
nicest
place
people I know.
story growing up?
Ooh, Nancy. Speaking of
Because we
you
live
guys,
next to a
Frank and Joe
cemetery,
Hardcall,
we
I
could
filled them in on
actually,
where you
every
are and
once
what
in a
you're doing,
while,
and they're
because we were so
dying to
little, we
hear
would
from you.
see like figures and shadows of people standing on our property. That's a great one.
Yeah, that was in Washington.
Great.
When we
Did
lived
they leave a number?
there.
Their number is
I'd say here? I don't know.
280-555-4865.
Here would be.
Bess didn't recognize it when they called and almost didn't answer the phone.
Good thing my cousin
don't
here
know
has a
about
memory
here.
like an elephant, huh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Call them, Nancy. They're dying to hear from you. But remember, Frank's cute and all that, but George and I want to hear from you too.
Yeah, no fair discussing the case with them from now on and not with us. Promise you'll keep us up to speed.
I promise. This birdwatcher I met has got me taking pictures of birds for some survey he's doing. He's a bit of a
I
grump.
don't think there's like
You live
any
nearby?
place that had
no,
like a
he just kind of hangs
specific
out in the
story
woods.
for hauntings.
In fact, I only see him at, night.
least here in Arizona. I don't even know in
He's
Washington
in the
if
woods
it
at
did.
night. The dogs are in the woods at night.
Could he have had a reason for wanting Sally out of
I'm
the
trying to
Malone
look
house?
for.
As far as I know, he and Sally were on good terms. But
our
I also
schedule, and I
know
was
that
gonna
Red
add
doesn't
something.
seem to have much use for any life form that doesn't molt.
He sounds like my Uncle Zach. He's into birds. Only
My
he doesn't
neighborhood
watch them,
had
he
the
hunts them and
hydrangea
shoots them.
house. Story was that the old
never
woman
really
who
liked my
had
Uncle
lots of
Zach.
pets buried them under hydrangea trees when they died. And when new owners moved in and cut the trees down, the pets were not happy and haunted the crap of the place. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like the funny part is when we moved temporarily to Washington for just a year, people ended up renting the house that we currently live in just for that time. They were not happy that whatever was in this house was not happy that they were here, and they said, "Is this house haunted?"
And we're like, no.
Because everything went wrong for them while they stayed here.
Yeah.
But as soon as we moved back in, peace. Nothing happened.
They short-circuited the microwave. They flooded part of the house with the bathtub, ruining the ceiling in the kitchen. They had the lights flashing in the hallway going up the stairs. It was like really like they didn't want anyone in this house, whatever was haunting this house.
This house is not that old, though.
Nothing bad has happened. But who knows, maybe this land had something on it or something. Who knows?
Did I mention that all the water in Sally's house comes from a well?
Ew, really?
But yeah,
Does it taste like
our house
rotten
is supposedly
eggs?
haunted
Not
based on those
all
people
well water tastes
that
like rotten
had rented
eggs,
from
though.
us for a
I
little
don't know if
bit.
it does or not.
But
because
then
the well is
they
so
destroyed
old,
the
I
entire
need to
house,
get the water
so-
tested before I drink it.
Good plan. Nothing will wreck your day faster than a nice tall glass of contaminated water.
I could sure use a nice big hint right about now.
Go outside and
I
find
didn't
those
rea-
birds for Red.
realize
When
I
you
hit
hear
that.
one,
I did that
follow
all
its
the
song
time.
until you can see it.
Your
Then
house is
take a
haunted, but the
picture.
ghosts like
Bye,
you
you
guys.
guys.
Yes.
Ta-ta. Ciao for now.
That is our joke that basically they haunted their house to protect it from anyone but us. It's the only way that they could keep it nice. They should be happy. There's a whole bunch of new stuff that's been modernized in it.
New floors, new kitchen, all fun stuff.
Painted.
Now we just need to change this desk.
Yes, that would be fun to do that one day.
You're back.
I have that water sample.
I
What
saw
do
that
I
the
do with
puppy
it?
was here.
Just give it to me, and I'll take care of it.
Puppy.
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
Isn't it such a cute dog? Such a cute puppo.
You're back.
One thing I would say is the one thing that we did do that was haunted, and it was during the Nancy Drew trip, was the ghost town out in Apache
Yeah,
Junction.
the ghost town. I forgot about that.
I noticed you have a dog.
That's Yogi.
Sapling,
Who
thank you
never
for the
goes out unless he's on a
raid.
leash.
Welcome.
Welcome in, everybody.
Hope you're having a good Saturday evening. Hi, Owen Spader. Welcome.
Hi,
I
Owen.
couldn't help but notice that he's about the same size as those ghost dogs were.
I hope you're not suggesting I trained Yogi to run around in the middle
Hope
of
you
the
had
night
fun
barking
playing
and attacking
Treasure in the Royal
houses.
Tower
Thanks for all
Sapling.
your
I
help.
was able to
Oh,
pop
yeah.
in briefly for a little bit.
I forgot you were playing that today. Hope you're having fun. That's one of our favorites to go back and play.
It's our favorite. I can't wait to do Hannah's thing tomorrow for that game.
Yes.
I'm hoping I'll do decent. I'm afraid that I won't.
And so I think I remember you saying that a lot of the games you haven't played before, so it's like your first time playing. How are you liking the game so far?
Mm-hmm. Yes, so excited for the quiz.
Okay, so we got the
It was
water.
super fun. That's good.
Trying to remember. I think we should just go talk to Red. Go get the sandpaper.
You're having the time of your life, honestly. That's good. I love when everybody gets into the games like that. It's the best. We've been playing these games for, I don't know, since 2007, 8. So seeing everybody get to play them for the first time, it just brings back memories of like when we played for the first time when we were younger.
Darn, it flew away.
Oh my gosh, that emote from Andrew. I love that emote.
That is the best emote. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now I can go to bed and
I
talk
want
to
to make
Red.
more emotes and do things like that because
That'd be
I
so
love
much
the
fun.
emotes that we have, but I do want to change some of them out. However, I will keep a few of them. I want to work on a couple. I love seeing all these Nancy Drew emotes.
No
The
birds
only
here.
two that we have are these two, and I made them based off of stickers we already had.
Well, I
We
made
need more.
I drew the mask for the rude, and then you just threw the
I threw the
text under it.
text underneath it, yeah.
And I need the key. I need to go to bed. Why am I going towards this tree house? I was calling it a house.
All right, heading to bed, guys. It's 3 a.m. Yes,
Oh
go
my
head to bed
goodness,
and get
go
some
to
good
sleep.
rest.
That time difference. Oh,
You find all the birds?
Have a great rest of your night, Saf.
yes. Have a good night.
I found some birds, but no matter how quiet I am, I've been scaring other birds away before I can take their picture.
Thank you
What
again
am
for
I
the
doing
read.
wrong?
You're wearing those clothes. That's
What's
what you're
wrong
doing
with my
wrong.
clothes?
You need to blend in, like me. Go
But-
back over to M's tacky tourist trap and get yourself some
But
camouflage
Nancy
gear.
has her horse shirt
Only
on.
sensible
That
thing that
should
money
be
grubber
enough
carries.
camouflage that she needs.
Just a horse shirt, and we're good.
I'm sorry to keep bugging you, but I need some sandpaper. Emily said you might have some?
Here, take it and scram. I was just about to call in a meadowlark. That was always Ruth's favorite.
Was Ruth your wife?
Good heavens, no. My wife had no patience for birding. Ruth was my dog. Border collie. She'd hear a meadowlark and
Our
by
local theater
golly,
is allegedly
her
super
ears would
haunted.
perk,
The stage
and
crew
she'd cock her
would
head,
haze new
and
members
she'd
by
just
taking
come as
them into the
close to
bowels of the
smiling as
basement.
ever a dog could.
No.
Where all the props were kept, they would take you to the far corner, leave you there, and then turn off all the lights and make you find your way out to the closed door in the dark. I don't believe in ghosts, but that was a terrifying experience. I would
Ooh.
be upset. Like, not crying upset. I would be fuming and want to strangle whoever did that.
I agree, J-Cat. There in Prescott, we had a family member who used to live there, and in his basement, none of us liked going down there. Didn't matter how old I'd gotten, we did not like going down there. There was a lot of, I don't want to call it junk, but there was a lot of old stuff that was down there in that
Yeah.
basement, and we knew it was haunted.
There was like 3 generations worth of stuff in there from family members, and we just didn't like it. At one point, I think where the water heater was, because it was down there, the door and pressure for how the house was built popped open once while we were down there.
We ran out of there so fast.
It's like there's a logical explanation for it, but we wanted out.
Do many
Did not
people
wanna be in
around
that
here
house.
own dogs?
Not really. Most people don't bother. The place is surrounded
That,
by
and then
parkland,
of course
and
when you
Ranger
saw
Acres
shadowy
just
figures around
loves
corners that
enforcing the
shouldn't
leash
have had
laws.
anyone in there, didn't help.
No.
There it is again. Take your sandpaper and go.
I feel like every
Sand
theater
something,
is haunted.
okay?
Yeah, it seems like it. Every theater has a ghost story or a haunting of it because something had happened. Or at least someone created the story to make it spooky.
Mm-hmm. I never made it out of someplace so freaking fast. They were like, wow, you broke the record. And I was like, yeah, you suck.
It's stuck.
I will probably have a few choice words that I will not say during the stream because it needs to go on YouTube.
There's probably quite a few choice words for that because I wouldn't even want to do it. Okay, so now we need to do the dogs. I know that it's based on like,
Each of their directions.
yeah, so like Vetus based on his birthday.
Thank you, Nightbot. You said exactly what I said. And no, it has a timer, so it goes off every so often. So that was ironic.
I got the door open.
Yay!
How many pieces? I only
Just
need
don't
2.
fall through the floor.
Oh, I got 3. Now we can read what this says. Rotten floorboards. Watch your step. That's the perfect thing to put right in front of it.
Yep.
I can see down here.
Y'all, I waited 45 minutes to join hubby's repo game and got murdered brutally in the first 3 minutes.
Oh no! Was it like, which monster? Was it the giant head or was it like one of the other creepy things? So we got our gangster with their,
Gangster Mickey Malone and his girlfriend.
gotta take it with us.
Nancy, learn how to hammer properly. Those nails are not in the floor.
Oh no, they're not.
no.
Honestly, if the floor is rotten, putting new boards on top of rotten ones will
Does
not help.
There's no support. You're still gonna fall through.
Got some
The laser
mice.
clown got you. Ooh.
It could be mice making that
Oh
sound.
my gosh. I would probably be screaming my head off.
It looks like a tiny hole.
Okay.
What's the combination?
I don't know what the combination is off the top of my head, so we'll have to come back later for that.
Mhm.
William
There's a storage room in the
Akers?
basement that's down
I
a
wonder
terrifying
if he's
set of
related to Jeff
steep
Akers.
set of steep stairs
And
down
down
a
a
hallway
hallway.
that has no business being so creepy. Apparently, it's custom for the new TAs to be sent down into the prep room to get some chemicals. Except other TAs come down and shut the door behind you. Oh,
That's
no.
not nice. That
Those
is
TAs
so
would get in
mean.
so much trouble.
Yeah, I could expect a email being sent to us. for that.
Oh, yeah.
Hazing, no. Big no for HR.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Malone has never spent a night in jail, and he never will, said William Akers. And you know why? Because he's just an ordinary Joe trying to run... Oh, I think I have to go down. Trying to run an ordinary business, he said. This with such conviction that for a moment, this reporter honestly thought Akers was talking about somebody other than Mickey Malone, the notorious gangster, but I was standing on the porch of Malone's Gateway, a home to Moon Lake.
Getaway.
Oh, getaway. Having bushwhacked through thick brush from the east side of the lake to avoid detection and probably eviction.
Probable.
I can't read. Eviction by his bodyguards, and I was talking to the man who, according to the police, is the only person Malone trusts. I ought to know. Oh, I see him every day, Akers went on. He doesn't deserve all the grief you newspaper hacks give him.
Newspaper hacks.
Newspaper hacks.
He's a rich man
Are you
because
gonna read?
his laundromats are fine establishments and people like to wash their clothes there. All this talk about him being a bootlegger is just plain hogwash. I'm waiting for it to catch up. There it goes. When I was asked if I could talk to Malone, Akers said Malone was out walking. Like I said, he's an ordinary guy who just likes to do ordinary things. When I asked if I could wait for him, he said, "What for? Anything you want to know about Mickey Malone, I can tell you. I've worked for him for 15 years. When I said all I wanted was the truth, he said, then you're in luck because that's what I just told you."
Careful about being too close. You're getting in the red a little.
Sorry.
I don't know why our mics aren't like blocking at 10 like it usually does.
It's because you churned the one thing.
No, it should still work.
The only way out is to have your card. And you just have to either text them and be like, "Help, I'm locked downstairs." Oh no, the faculty are 100% in on it when you get out there with a camera and that becomes your TA picture. Oh, that is so
No.
mean.
That is so mean. No. I would honestly have quit on the spot. I would have quit.
HR would be having a lot of calls.
They would be having a field day with that with the partners. Because that would irritate them all and make them so mad.
I'm talking from experience.
Experience, yes.
I've gotten these not that specific scenario, but I've gotten calls from people in situations that are bad.
Yeah, that's not good. Alright. And now I suggest you leave. Mickey's a swell guy, but he's got these 4 big dogs, see, and sometimes they don't mind so good. I took the hint and left, but as I struggled through the brush to get back to my car, I realized something. Akers hadn't told me the truth about what Mickey Malone did. I knew that, but he had told me an important truth when it came to what Mickey Malone was. Mickey Malone was someone who had at least one extremely loyal employee. I ask you, good citizens of Philadelphia, how many so-called legitimate businessmen can say the same thing? Tomorrow, reflections on Houdini Master Magician.
Oh my gosh. They're all standing right outside, so they let you out in 5 seconds, and it's funny for the most part. As long as they can take the joke, I guess that's what's important.
Yeah, as long as everyone's okay with it, then I guess it's fine.
I just know that it wouldn't work here.
No, it would not.
What else are we supposed to be doing? I can't remember.
Okay, I think... I know I
You
had
need to give the vial you already did the vial, huh?
Yes. I did the water testing. I did the... I think all we need is the camo, because that's the only way we can get it.
Mhm.
Howdy,
So we
Nancy.
do the bug part.
To make a long story short, I need some camouflage gear.
Got some right over here. One size fits all. But I'm running kind of low on bait. So if you go out and get me, oh, say a dozen little critters, I'll give you the camos.
You got a deal. So, what kind of bait do you need?
Worms, spiders, beetles, grubs. Anything that wriggles on its belly'll do. Just look under stuff. Rocks, logs, dead leaves. Should be able to find 12 in no time.
Hunting for critters isn't illegal, is it?
Things ain't quite that bad around here. At least not yet. Now, if Jeff Akers' daddy was still around, you might get arrested for cruelty to animals or some such nonsense. Joe Akers used to be the deputy sheriff. Real critter lover, that one was.
Joe Akers is Jeff's father?
That's right.
I found an old newspaper in Sally's house that contained an article on Mickey Malone. It really got my curiosity going. What else can you tell me about him?
Person you should talk to is Jeff Akers. He's got this historical museum thing going out at that ranger station of his.
How do I get to the museum?
Just up lake from Sally's on the east side.
I found this picture in Sally's house. Do you recognize anybody?
I don't
really
think
should
I've
ever
ever
asked.
I'm
And
guessing
that.
the guy's Mickey Malone, but I don't know who's that lady. Sounds like a case for our resident know-it-all Ranger Akers.
Guess I'll
Could
see
you
you
ask
later.
Red about it then?
I guess you will.
I want to know if you can ask Red about that, because I've never done that.
I haven't either. I'm
I've
like,
normally just gone to the ranger station and asked him. And I think you might have reported ghost dogs, by the way.
probably. Shall we try?
Mhm.
Because I want to go see what that would be like. Because, like, maybe get more information, or he'll just say, I don't know who these people are.
Or he just does not care.
I don't know why I always run at that
How's the
part
bird
right there.
watching coming along?
It's because it's a long trek.
See you in a
Okay,
while.
no,
No
there's
hurry.
nothing. No, only Akers will answer.
I am still surprised that we could ask M. Because I've never seen that before as an option.
You know, maybe I did that in my walkthrough and I just don't remember.
You're back.
Where's Yogi?
In
Where's
the run,
dog?
out
I want
back.
to know.
Even out of sight, he's under my full control, as park rules require.
I found a
Of
newspaper
course.
dating back to 1927 in Sally's house. Since you're kind of an expert on the history of Moon Lake, do you mind if I ask you some questions about Mickey Malone?
Not at all.
The article mentioned that a man named William Akers used to work for Malone. Is he a relative of yours?
No. Quite a coincidence, I'll admit, but no. I am in no way related to the head flunky of some two-bit gangster
A little
and his
defensive,
gang
are
of
we?
thugs.
I found this
Mhm.
old picture in Sally's house. Do you know who these people are?
The man is Mickey Malone, I know that. I'm guessing that this is his girlfriend, Vivian Burnett, I think her name was. And judging by the year of that brand new Ford in the background, I'd say the picture was taken in 1928.
She was probably as familiar with Malone's house and his dogs as he was. Think there's any chance she's still alive?
Tell you what, Miss Drew. Why don't I go through my files and see what I can dig up on this mystery woman? I'm a busy man, but like I always say, I'm here to serve.
When and why was Malone arrested?
I'm sorry, Miss Drew. As usual, I'm a little pressed for time. If you have more questions, why don't you sit down at the computer and peruse the
I
Moon Lake
don't want to
database
go
of
and
fascinating
read all of
factoids
it. I
that
want
I've put
someone to
together?
tell me.
What happened to
Oh,
Akers
wait,
and
I
the
sound
rest
like-
of Malone's gang after he went to
Take his
prison?
answer.
Fortunately for
You
Moon
sound
Lake,
like the
they all
people
left
call
and went
me.
their separate ways.
Have you gotten the results back from that water sample I left with you?
I meant to call the Department of Health today for a status report, but
Did the audio
frankly,
glitch a little?
I've been way too
I
busy.
think so.
That was weird.
That was really weird.
How long have you been the Lone Ranger here, as it were?
6 long, very frustrating years. If I were in charge of just 10 more acres of parkland, they'd give me an assistant, and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most popular parks in the state.
Why didn't the Parks Department buy the Malone property instead of Sally?
She outbid them. The cheapskates.
Well, if those dogs scare Sally away for good, other people are bound to think twice about buying the place. The bank will lower its price, and you'll have your land.
You're insinuating things again, Miss Drew.
I just realized he glitched in front of the desk for a minute
I
there.
didn't even see that.
Yeah, his arms and all that were like right in front of the wood. I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, I really am. It's just that Sally's my friend, and I'd really like to find out why someone's doing this to her.
Tell you what, if you're serious about making amends, there's some boxes by the computer labeled with dates. They're from the estate of a local history buff. She kept everything from newspaper clippings to old photos to recipes for apple crisp. She put everything in envelopes,
I want the apple
then
crisp
numbered them by
recipe.
year
I
using
need it.
Roman numerals. Just put the envelopes in order by year with the earliest date in front. Oh, and if you're rusty on Roman numerals, there's an entry on them in the computer.
I hope I don't get distracted. Apple crisp sounds good right now.
Don't go reading anything until you're through, or take my
I
word for it.
want to
You'll
find
never
that.
get
And they
finished.
teased
I've been
us
trying to
with
take
it, and it
pictures of
wasn't
birds
in
for this guy
there.
named Red Knot. Ever met him?
Oh yes, the Birdman. I'd stay away from him if I were you.
Why? Is something wrong with him?
He's a fanatic. He's got it in his head that Moon Lake would be the best bird-watching venue in the world except for one thing. Too many people. Believe me, if there was a way to get this park shut down and all the homes on the lake torn down, he'd do it in an instant.
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
Okay, so for forgiveness, we must
Let's
organize.
see. Jeff said the envelope with the earliest date goes down in the front of each box.
And I am horrible at Roman numerals. Oop. Okay, so we got that one. Needs to be flipped. B, IV, 3. LV, LI. Too many X's.
The bottom one is wrong in that row you're in.
Yeah. I think it's this
Now that
one.
they're all sorted, I can do some reading.
All right. Belafonte Star, War Tapes. Philadelphia mobster dies in Leavenworth. So, okay, so we're going kind of backwards. So basically, he was arrested, convicted following year, sentenced to 8 years in federal prison, died 2 months before he was scheduled to be released. That doesn't really work out very well. Gangster nabbed at Moon Lake residence. Mickey Malone. Should I try to go in order?
I would.
I'm like, we're reading it backwards. Dragging ban is a drag. Pennsylvania treasure hunter. There's gold in the our sandbars. At least that's been the experience of Emily Griffin, an owner of M's Emporium on Moon Lake in central Pennsylvania. For the past 10 years, she has been dragging a heavy net back and forth along the bottom of the lake, uncovering and bringing to the surface relics from the past, or from the 1920s. I've dredged up everything from diamond tiaras to skeleton keys to full bottles of French cognac, said Griffin. Just below my mind was those people who dropped back then and never bothered going back for. She was referring to the wealthy guests of the gangster Mickey Malone, who built a home on the lake in 1925 and threw large, raucous parties almost every weekend. Because his guests would travel to and from the house by boat, personal items were lost overboard with great frequency. Miss Griffin estimated that she has made close to $20,000 selling her finds to antique hunters and tourists. But last week, her windfall came to an end. The county in which Moon Lake is located passed an ordinance making the recovery of objects from the lake bed illegal. The ban arose from the fact that the bottom of Moon Lake is composed of unusually fine sand. When disturbed, it clouds the water, sometimes for days, posing a threat to the aquatic plants and fish that otherwise thrive there. Park Ranger Jeff Akers, who oversees the state park surrounding the lake, initiated the ban. The eco-balance of Moon Lake is simply too delicate to ignore, he contends. But Miss Griffin begs to differ. The whole thing just plumb ridiculous, she says. You know what all the stuff down there is doing right now? It's rusting, rotting away, polluting the water.
Go back to that picture of Jeff Akers real quick. He does not look like that sitting in the front. Doesn't he look a little different? Or is it just because my screen's tiny?
It might be because your screen's tiny.
Because I'm like,
he
he looks
same.
like he has a different, like, face shape, just slightly.
No, it looks the same to me.
Okay, it's just me.
Heck, by getting it out of there, I'm doing the county a favor. Unfortunately, the county doesn't see it that way, and it appears that Miss Griffin will have to abandon what has become a pleasantly profitable hobby. It's probably because they aren't making any of the profit off of it.
True.
Oh, I don't know, she shrugs. I can still sell the stuff that washes up on shore, and that happens, you know, especially after a good storm, so I may be down, she says, eyes twinkling, but I ain't necessarily out. Money won't get flushed down the toilet. Watch the Septic Roadshow
On PBS, the plumbing broadcast service.
Is a gangster about to become Moon Lake's newest resident? Do we want to read all these, or are we just gonna?
No, we don't have to.
Okay. Yeah, because these are kind of long, and my voice is actually starting to give out on me just a little bit. I actually need to go tell him I'm done.
You're back.
I finished putting all those envelopes in order.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Drew. And to show my gratitude, I've got something for you.
The chances are it's not a paycheck.
Chances are it isn't a paycheck.
No, it's an honorary Junior Park Ranger pin. I keep them on hand so I can give them out to children whom I see demonstrating respect for park rules and regulations. A little bit of positive reinforcement.
Oh, thank you so much.
Unfortunately, I don't get to give them out that often.
Oh, gee, thanks, Ranger Akers. Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
I love the pin that I have for it, even though it's silly.
I know. I love it still.
Mm-hmm.
I think all that's left is to start bug hunting.
Yep. So first you have to do it during the day and then at night.
Yep. So we have... Okay, we got 2 there. I don't think there's anything else up over here, is there?
I don't think so.
It's mostly in the forest. I need one more. Got that one.
You have to be so careful with these because you have to do it so quick.
Where are all the birds?
Hiding because, Nancy, we stand out too much. Okay, so came from that way. They just go in a circle. Yes, I did. I wish we could look at that one. That'd be like, oh, there's one right there. Oh.
Oh, I know. That would be nice. Did you look under the log?
Oh, I didn't do the log, but I didn't hear anything. I got that one. Nothing under that one. We got that one. Can we get this bird without I know there's 2 you can take pictures of. Okay, so we got the blue.
Got one.
Got the yellow one. I'm blanking on what kind of birds they are.
I think it said it at the bottom, but I am blinking.
Okay, now let's go this way. No bugs under there.
Go to the cemetery.
Nope, nothing for that one. I think we have to wait till night for that.
Okay. And you looked underneath the tarp and all of that back at the house?
Not the tarp.
I feel like there was somewhere you could look under near the house that could get you some bugs. I think there's like a
It's
rock.
a tile in by the basement entry.
Mm-hmm. You lost?
Not particularly lost. Okay, maybe I am a little lost. Red, I need to go back down. I need to go straight. All that's left now are the... I think all we need are the bugs that are at night.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you do the tile though that I suggested?
Out there? Yeah, I did that.
Okay. Do we need 9 or 10?
10. Okay, nothing back here. I'm like just waiting to hear something, and I'm like, I don't hear anything.
I don't think those have audio cues or anything.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5. I just need one more. How did I only need 9? Oh no, she said a dozen, didn't she? Not 10.
I think
'Cause I'm like-
so.
I'm like, usually there's like 2 glowworms.
I thought those were like near the front entrance.
There we go. So we got 4 worms, 2 glow, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I just need one more. And there we go. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got
Perfect.
12. Usually we're struggling to get those.
I agree. I feel like you found those a lot easier than before.
I'm going to say we just got lucky.
Mm-hmm. Normally I'll miss one and it'll take forever for them to reappear.
Yeah, and it's not fun. And now we have to do the birds.
I'd say the birds aren't too hard.
No, the birds aren't hard. It's just making sure you know where to go.
Nice junior park ranger pen. You must really be on Acre's good side.
Any word from Tucker, what's his name? He hasn't been by to move that tree yet.
I'll give him another call. But like I said, the man marches to the beat of another drummer. A very slow drummer.
Guess I'll see you later.
I guess you will.
Hey,
Nancy, how's the bait
okay, I'm
finding
like,
coming along?
Shouldn't she be saying we got the bugs?
yeah, I think
12
it,
big, fat,
you have
juicy
to
ones,
just go
just
back
like
in
you
and
wanted.
Well, now, you done all right for a city gal. Here you go. Hope whatever you're hiding from won't catch you. How you holding up?
Guess I'll see you later.
Keep on trucking.
Alright, let's go back to Moon Lake, and then we can get ready to go bird hunting.